Uh, let's get into it. How do I start this? Yeah, going to school for black children and sending your black children to school is a humiliation ritual. We shouldn't be sending our kids to school no more for more than a multitude of reasons. But like, so we just recently I took step kids out of school. Their mother and I took them out of school, and just in the short time they've been out of school, just been learning so much shit so rapidly and so fast. It's kind of like alarming in the sense that like I'm thinking about, okay, so in school, what were you doing? What were you learning? A bunch of nothing. All right, so you go to school, right? They were going to school, learning, typical American shit that you learn, not learning about their history, who they are as people, their contributions to society, any of that. None of that's being talked about in school. We know this, and they're actually trying to get rid of more of our history in school and try to completely whitewash the Department of Education. Well, actually, they're dismantling the Department of Education. So anyway, and they're trying to take all the shit out of schools. So yeah, it's like for a black kid, being in school is really no way to have any sense of identity or sense of self. You just basically learn that you're a secondary citizen, even though you're the fathers and mothers of the planet, not just America, the planet. I dare say the universe, but so that's that. And then now you got to worry about, now this is for all kids, not just black kids. You got to worry about the bullying, uh, them being exposed to shit they shouldn't be exposed to too early. Um, School shootings, which are getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Every year, every day, there's a school shooting almost. They're just not all televised, but almost every day there's a school shooting in America. So it's like, okay, yeah, no reason for them to be in school, just for that reason, really. And then you got like, this is something I've kind of came up and went in my head, but I was noticing too that the kids haven't been sick since we pulled them out of school. They used to be sick every week when they were in school. Since then, they haven't been sick at all. Like, not one, not a cough, a sniffle, nothing. They have not been sick. We were well into winter and they have still not gotten sick. And I really think Big Pharma has something to do with these kids always getting sick when they go to school. That's my conspiracy reason. I mean, really, it could just be the fact that just fucking kids are just germ balls themselves. They don't clean their hands or do any of that shit. They're not really mindful of germs. But the conspiracy side of me thinks that fucking like the flu and certain diseases are being pumped into schools. So it's like there's no way. Like they would be literally sick every week when they were in school. They haven't been sick at all, and we're well into winter, like I said. So that's that. That's that reason. Yeah, it's just no reason to really have them in school at this point. They're showing us that every day. They're not funding the Department of Education, trying to dismantle it. They don't give a fuck about the school. They're willing to keep making Americans dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. So it's like, yeah. So we take them out of school. If you got black kids at home, definitely want to go into, the black studies, black history, notable black activists. You got your basic math, reading, and all that stuff. I've also incorporated teaching them about money, finances, business, trading, investing, you know, buying and selling services, products, going into just business ownership with them and all that stuff, what that entails. And then, like, other than that, when I really extracurricular, I've been teaching them how to control or how to be in touch with their intuition, how to activate psychic centers in the mind, and so on and so forth, using books like Cyclomancy and Miracle Mastery. And yeah, so like we're pretty much setting them up to embody what God is completely. So we're teaching them everything spiritual, chakras, all that stuff, the elements, the seven laws of Tahuti, all that stuff. It's got to be done. So this is the world we're in now. If you got black children, you should definitely be looking to take them out of school permanently. It's not ever going back to what it was, and it never was for us to begin with. So there you go.